Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My experience as a Muslim during the festive event of Christmas. My earliest memory of Christmas is not being able to pronounce the word quite right. Just kidding. However, since I have lived all my life in Great Britain, it does seem that Christmas has been an integral part of my life. In primary school, the students and teachers were predominantly Asians and of Oriental origins, so it was not celebrated. However, the New Year was appreciated, and what was commonly on our tongues was Naya Sal Mubarak. At secondary school, I landed myself in a Catholic school. Here, Christmas was a major event, and all school children exchanged greetings, cards, and gifts. It is appropriate here to say that unlike my wealthy friends at school, we were of middle class, and I had a budget of about £4 for my gifts for my circle of friends. So one day I went Christmas shopping, and a gentleman was shouting out a cheap offer for perfumes being sold at his market. Succumbing to his demands, I bought many. I was popular for the day after distributing these items to my friends. However, the next day they all came back with complaints that the perfumes contained water and that I had been conned. I walked around shamefacedly all day. Then as I went to higher school, a Santa's grotto system proceeded. We all received presents anonymously. A gift would be placed in our desk secretly. It could be small or big, so that solved my financial problem and was able to make someone happy with my limited budget. Also, cards were exchanged, depending on which status that your friend was at. And nowadays, cards have been commercialized, and giving them to each other is done throughout the country: school, college, university, workplaces, and neighbors. All our Muslim acquaintances and whatever other nationality you belong to carry out this procedure of distribution. One word of advice: buy charity cards. That way the money is not wasted while simultaneously fulfills its purpose. So as Christmas rolled around every year, our family would invite our closest family, friends, relatives and neighbours, etc. And we would share dishes, with my mother always making the turkey curry style. So I enjoyed it with the family and guests and the culinary delights that this event brought forth. Also, I felt joy at the extended holidays that we received due to it back then. Even today, my father buys 30 or so individual gifts for staff nurses at my dadu's nursing home. It is carefully selected by us, wrapped deftly by my mother, and distributed to all concerned by my father. This is only right, and it appreciates the humanity and kindness shown by these carers for our dear beloved dadu. But what is Christmas actually about? Was Christ really born then? At the time of Christ's birth, it is written in Luke 2:7-8 that Jesus was born when shepherds were out with their flock, and this would only happen near or around summer, because in Judea it is winter in December 25th. Also, we know that December 25th is what the pagans celebrate as the birth of our star, the sun. So quite logically, as there was a lot of animosity between pagans and Christians at that time, King Herod cleverly decided to amalgamate December 25th as the birth of Christ and the pagan celebration of the birth of the star sun. This united the two religions, and fighting was subdued. So that's the history behind it. But one such character in my family was totally against the idea of Christmas and Muslims enjoying this event. My uncle would not go to any of the aforementioned parties and stay confined to his house at that time. I gently probed him into this year with an email regarding this addressed to him. He seemed upset that we enjoyed this occasion, and in his opinion, it is kufr. I explained we do not celebrate this day as the birth of Christ. We merely appreciate our colleagues and fellow country dwellers for their right to their own beliefs. And it is only right that we mingle, as we are also British citizens. However, we must remember to preserve our own identity and culture at the same time. So as such, this event is not celebrated by non-Christians as much as it is appreciated in the community around us. We are living here, so we must learn to adapt to our surrounding, and this is only fair. Also, we must keep our own religion intact, but respect that of others. Anyway, nowadays you can't help but await Christmas for the television programs, which have vastly improved from our childhood years. Before, we would have to watch Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It was repeated so many times for years and years that I could win a quiz on them. So nowadays, due to Sky and other TV providers, there is a variety of programs to browse through, and to record and enjoy at will. So when you greet someone next to you with Happy Christmas, just remember the contents of this essay, and I hope I have shed some light into this recurrent event from the perspective of a British Muslim born and raised on this terrain.